Gladiator 2 is the long-awaited sequel of the 2000s movie Gladiator starring Russell Crowe. It's a familiar story about valor, bravery, and giving everything for the good of Rome. It works hard to make viewers reminiscent of the first Gladiator movie with its heartfelt storyline, down-to-earth characters, and phenomenal action sequences. The problem with this film is, it works too hard to bring us back to that original Gladiator movie. Instead of moving us forward, it almost feels like we're right back where we started, with Lucius being on the same exact grounds where his father died. Now, I'm not saying that Ridley Scott didn't purposefully make the choice to tell a story where the son carries on the father's legacy. I know that was intentional. What I am arguing is that instead of feeling like a story of redemption and triumph, it just felt like a repetition, not a continuation. Now, sequels are particularly hard to do because they have to be either better than the original, but they also need to move the story forward. But more than that, there needs to be some kind of growth to make the film worth it. If you don't give it a reason to exist, then it just ends up feeling like a cash grab. We've seen many unnecessary sequels over the years. Jaws: The Revenge, Zoolander 2, American Psycho 2, as well as Son of the Mask. Now, getting back to Gladiator 2, this movie is packed full of references to the main character of the first movie, Maximus Meridius, played by Russell Crowe. And they are successful in making us feel connected to that groundbreaking movie all these years ago. But in making so many references to the first movie, it just makes us remember, wait, didn't all this happen already? We've seen the crazy emperor already, or in this movie's case, emperors, and how they use their power to crush the people. We've seen a man get thrown into the gladiator's pit for daring to defy the Roman Empire. We've seen the slave master realize the gladiator's potential and use it for his personal gain. Even their motivations are the same, to avenge their murdered loved ones. In Lucius's case, he seeks to avenge his wife who was killed by the Roman Empire. In Maximus's case, he wants to avenge his wife and his son. It's just lazy. They're too similar for Lucius to have his own identity. Instead, he just feels like a copy and paste of his father. His righteous anger, the crowd falling in love with him just like they fell in love with his father, his wish for Rome to be governed by the people as his father wanted. It's as if he's an extension of his father, not his own person. If you wanted to make a continuation of Gladiator, you should have tried harder to make this a story worth telling, rather than making the sequel a pale echo of the first Gladiator. And I know someone's going to comment, but that's the point. He's supposed to be like his father. I know that was the point. They give us little hints of how Lucius acts like his father in order to kind of prove that he's his father's son. Yes, I know that. I know that it was a choice. And my argument is that this was not the correct choice for a sequel. Despite its faults, Ridley Scott was still able to successfully highlight the ideas that were the heart of Rome. The first one being Rome's expansionist mindset. How they continuously conquered new territories, how they felt that they were only defending themselves from foreign invaders rather than actually being the aggressor, how they used war to supposedly usher in peace, and also that delightful paradox of the people loving Maximus the Merciful, but we see years later they're still screaming for men to be executed for sport. These are the things that truly make this film a movie about the Roman Empire. If only they had focused on these themes more instead of simply brushing up on them, this could have been a great movie instead of simply a good movie. That's why I think Marcus Acacius, Pedro Pascal's character, was the best part of this movie, because he embodies the idea of Rome so fully. We know that he's this great general who has won campaign after campaign, just like Maximus, and he's willing to die for Rome. But he also so strongly rejects the Roman belief that war is always just. He'll even give up his position of favor in order to stand up for this higher calling. I think it's a more interesting story and angle than the one of revenge that the first movie told. And I think Lucius's hatred of Roman conquest and rejection of Roman values, despite he himself being a Roman, is the only thing that made this movie very entertaining. That and the really cool mock naval battle Colosseum scene, because come on, you cannot deny that those were really cool. So, what is your opinion of this movie? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was better than Gladiator 1? Did you wish that Russell Crowe was in the second movie? Feel free to let me know what you thought in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye bye!